There's that thing about age. It's just age. It may go up. But guess what? The passion never slows down.
That's very true, Thelma. I mean, that's why we're talking about a completely new life after the mandatory age of retirement. In a world where age is nothing but a number, people are doing extraordinary things.
Wow, and that's true, Patience. From fun and remarkable retirees and over 60s aficionados and enthusiasts. A group of people are set to pursue their dreams and in fact check the narrative of what is already existing.
Let's share inspiring stories from the extraordinary feats as they pursue their dream, leaving indelible marks that hold us and capture our attention.
Wow, get ready to be pleasantly surprised and motivated as we share amazing feats, great stories from all around our nation about remarkable people who are doing exceptional things. And guess what? Many of them are over 60. Welcome to Weekend Deal. My name is Thelma. The doors are wide open.
Yes, from breaking barriers to setting new records, our senior citizens are redefining what it means to live boldly and dream big. And of course, you know, it is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. I am Patience Eloyi Abba. We'll be back after the news highlights. We'll continue with the papers, and I will begin with Weekend Trust. Okay, below the masthead we have Tinubu appoints Ganduje, Akinyemi, Wawuna, others as board chairman. Malud, Kano government trade words over terrorism alert. That is on page 26. The first one too is on page 26. And then on page 21 we have Northern music industry names facelifts, says Morel. The big headline here, which is the bold one here, which is the last story I will take from the Weekend Trust, says, sacked from FCT, IDPs pick up pieces in Nasarawa, and the riders raid, victims drawn from Katsina, Zamfara, Circle tell others. Second rider, bandits set my husband's daughter ablaze. That's a very, 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 very sad one. Very sad indeed. With that, I'll move on. That sad note, I'll move on to Sunday Sun, the voice of the nation. And then I will take, below the masthead, we have panic in Kano over terror attack plot. That is on page 26. Police allege a plan to hit public gathering. No threat of attack in Kano, government insists. And then below that, we have the federal government under fire over 75,000 cash transfers. There are readers to the story. If you want to know more, it's on page 12. And a beautiful lady here is changing the narrative, saying her own from her perspective. She says, I have never faced sexual harassment in Nollywood, says Kalista Okoronkwo. We want more testimonies like this. We want a clean industry. Indeed. As much as possible. And with that, I will move to Saturday Punch. And I'll start with the story by the side of the masthead. It says, men should stop killing women over alleged infidelity, says the legendary Joke Silva. She looks nice in that picture. And then next to that, tariff hike. Telecom subscribers issue ultimatum for reversal. Oppose NLC threat. The bold one here, that story is on page 4, by the way. The Joker Silver story, the men stop killing women story is on page 17. And the bold one here says, EFCC battles internal scandals as operatives loot recovered assets. revelation, product of internal cleansing, ongoing audit, says the EFCC. And one more story before we go. I see the president, the new president, it's going back for the second time of Donald Trump says the U.S. deport hundreds as Trump begins crackdown on illegal immigrants. Okay, and then with that, I think I'm done with the papers.
Oh,
Yes,
you are.
I
Wow,
am.
that made for very interesting reading. Okay, let me take off with the Blueprint Weekend. Above the masthead, tax reform bill. Nigerians reject governor's VAT sharing formula and back Mr. President. As page 7 continues with, they say the bill has the potential to be the cornerstone for poverty alleviation and a just economic redistribution. Meanwhile, the bold headline is How to Curb Incessant Fuel Explosions. Experts and stakeholders are speaking from pages 8 and 9, with the riders saying tanker drivers should acquire specialized skills. What about we Nigerians? Patience, what do you think?
No, I mean,
if the tanker drivers need new skills, what do we need?
I think reorientation and behavioral change. Why do you rush there all the time? People die, we shout, we go back and then start again. I mean,
just after the burial is done, the obsequies, the tears are dry,
they are back
fly
there
again to yet
So
another.
what are we talking about?
Wow,
Yeah, it's sad.
Nigerians, this is not who we are. Meanwhile, someone is talking about the Federal Capital Territory. They're speaking about the minister, talking about Ezenwo Yeson Wiki. They say what visionary leadership has done to Abuja in 2 years. Meanwhile, something very creative here. An insight into the unique lifestyle of Lagos Laguniers. You'll be confusing that word with billionaires.
Yes, Laguniers.
But I advise you to go to pages 17 to 20 to know what Laguniers really means, okay? And let's talk about lost to the city, stories of Nigerians who no longer visit their villages. Some may even go as far as telling you that the fear of the village is the beginning of
sad.
great ancestral wisdom.
But that is sad.
But that's
That
for
is
each
sad.
man to tell his own tale. We have individual stories to tell. Okay, let's move to Saturday Telegraph. Above the masthead, there's talk about killings and kidnappings as residents of Anambra communities flee their homes. Why? There's more details on pages 2 and 6. Weddings and funerals now hold in Oka and Onitsha. Some more talk about the Niger tanker explosion. A survivor here is saying the fire engulfed us with the speed of light. Patience in continuation. Be my analyst for another. Let me give you 30 seconds to 1 minute to make a rebuttal on this. A survivor says the fire engulfed us with the speed of light.
But that's what you should do. That's what would happen. That's what would happen. I'm only praying that we have a survivor who is talking about it and that they have learned their lessons. And we don't have, because I don't want to use words that shouldn't be used on national TV, but it's practically, you begin to think that our human beings no longer human beings. Do our lives not matter to us anymore? No matter the level of poverty. It's only when you are alive that you can fight poverty. You got there and people are roasted like, I don't want to use another word again, and I pray we learn. We need to stop it. We need to stop
So as we dry our tears, Nigeria, please, no going back to habits we have imbibed from where we don't know over time. There's no going back to this habit. Okay, still from Saturday Telegraph, let's talk about terrorism. We have the visage here of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, talking about okay, our great president, federal government orders probe of non-governmental organizations over financing allegation sources. The writers say entrenched interests don't want insurgency to end. Patience, I'll come to you again. From page 7, read something. It's not from us. Please, take this rejoinder now. From the Saturday Telegraph. The Senate is quoted to have said that retired generals are behind illegal mining, banditry, and kidnappings. That's from the Senate, and it's on page 7.
You see, these accusations and conspiracy theories or whatever, it's been on and on and on. I think it's time that the country should stop. That's my personal opinion. I think the country should stop and truly investigate what's going on, because this accusation thrown around can actually hurt and actually can cause more harm than we think. But if we stop and look at it in its totality and come out with the truth, maybe we can move on as a nation.
Nice one. Even as we celebrate the lives and times, one
Yes.
of our great generals, talking about Jeremiah,
popularly known as
Husseini.
Jerry Boy.
Yes, may his soul rest in peace, and may God continue to fortify and comfort his family.
Amen.
Okay, there's more just about money. Talking about the Central Bank of Nigeria, purchasing managers index rose to 51 in December. Okay, finally, there's talk about some culture here. Kingmakers and family claims Owode absconded for fear of death. That they say is untrue. That's from page 3 of Saturday Telegraph. They insist the new Alaafin traveled to put his business in order. There are other riders. My last paper. Oh, there's no sports. Wow.
Aww.
We can't know how Osime is doing, you know, how Lookman is doing. Now, wow. Okay, this one is key. I think Nigerians should know of this. It's talking about the $6 billion Mambila Power contract. And it says here that former presidents, generals, Obasanjo and Buhari, retired generals, Obasanjo and Buhari made brilliant defense for Nigeria in Paris. And from page 4, we get the gist that they delight an international team of lawyers. Litigant Sunrise Power failed to produce witnesses. To be a president, is it a day's job? Let us give it up for our retired generals and former leaders, Joe. Okay, there's a lot more, but we're enjoying to get your copy of the dailies as time is not on our side. We want to hit the ground running and get to the meaty matter, even as we head towards our first break. Remember, our topic for today, our focus, is on those marvelous, amazing group of people who, for the most part, have retired from formal work. They've left the formal workspace, you know, left the organizations, parastatals, and industries, but they are not tired. We call them golden people. So today, our focus is on golden years, extraordinary feats. Wow. Can you wait? Well, walk into the studio with us and be a part of our conversation. Our first break is now. Let's take it together.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, it's your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal. And this weekend, we are taking a look at the golden years and achieving extraordinary feats. Now, let me tell you a delightful little story. By the way, I love delightful little stories. A woman who was said to be in her very late 40s decided to change the trajectory of her life. She wanted to be a world star at that age. And a lot of people will say, at that age, what are you looking for? And she did something about it. She signed up for one of the biggest talent shows in the world. I'm talking about Britain's Got Talent. She signed up in 2009, came up to that stage and told the judges that she wanted to be a world star. And of course, they were cynical. Their body language told us they didn't believe her. We didn't even believe her because, one, she didn't act the part. She didn't look the part. She didn't dress the part. Her name is Susan Boyle. And she told them, I want to be a star. I want to be a great singer. And they said, show us what you can do, you know, thinking she would just come, do whatever, and they'll move on. And she opened her mouth. She did not just blow the judges away. She blew the world away with the sheer beauty and strength of her voice. Today, Susan is in her 60s and she is a star. As a matter of fact, in 2021, thereabout, she has sold 25 million records. Susan is living the star life. What is that dream in your heart that you think it's too late? What is that passion that you're thinking, I am too old to pursue? It's never too late. Our conversation is about to start with the backgrounder, and it is put together by Sophian. Let's do this.
Golden years can be a wonderful time, filled with opportunities for relaxation, exploration, and connection. But it's important to prioritize health, wellness, and social engagement to ensure happy and fulfilling lives.
The elderly, they think they have a lot of information. And by the time they talk with the younger ones and they impart those knowledge it makes them happy and fulfilled. And when they are not doing that, they feel undervalued and they feel inadequate. And then they become sad and unhappy. And then that will be the start of a mental stress. Companionship is very important because leaving them alone triggers that feeling of loneliness and what they call anhedonia. That's the feeling of the lack of interest to do anything. So companionship could be in the form of their fellow elderly, their wife, their children, their grandchildren, or friends, or even classmates, depending on the person's educational attainment. So that alone on its own triggers this sense of happiness and togetherness and feeling valued among the elderly. And that is what keeps them going. When the elderly don't feel they're listened to or they're respected, that is where the problem starts. So the elderly wants to be respected, to be listened to be heard, and to be valued. And once there is a crack in those value systems, then they lose the plot and they want to be on their own. And you know they can be very difficult to correct. At a certain age, you can't correct the elderly because they'll tell you they know more than you. So whatever you tell them will not make any difference. So they need to be shown that respect. Activities at home, activities of even families can do that. Such activities also cost money. If you know that your elderly one is red, this is what they call crosswords. Buy them these activities. It keeps them busy. Buy them newspapers. Some of them want to read the newspaper. It doesn't really cost much and people should stop telling them they are too old or they are old because they are all part of the society and they have vital information of historical advantages that you can learn. Traditionalists obviously will want to discuss with people that understand them. So when they are with the younger ones and they're telling you what the culture is and what it should be, and the younger ones are telling them about Facebook and internet and all that, what they don't understand, then they lose it and they become disconnected. Simple activities, like I said, like taking a walk. The elderly can take a walk for 5 to 10 minutes. It helps their joints because when they are sedentary, that's when they are not active. Because of their age, they develop arthritis. And for the physically challenged, their families can take a bus, get a bus service, or the government can invest in a bus service that goes from home to home to take them to these centers and bring them back. It helps them, it makes them feel they belong and they are part of the society.
Yes, indeed. The golden years can be truly special time, filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Our weekend topic of discussion today will be on Golden Years, Extraordinary Feat.
Let me leapfrog on the very creative introduction by Patience, talking about Susan Boyles. What is even more remarkable, Susan Boyles suffered a major stroke in 2022 and bounced back in a phenomenal way in 2023. Talking about the everyday people in Nigeria, we have Nigerians who retire from active service and bounce back even higher and stronger than before. They open schools, fashion houses, they learn a new skill and become entrepreneurs. It's those group of courageous people that we celebrate today. Our guests are here. Let's meet, greet, and make welcome. First off, Commander Gajira Kukwens Dan is a retired assistant corps commander of the Federal Safety Corps. We see his profile and then we get to meet him.
You're most welcome to Weekend Deal, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so he's not alone. Our second guest is a woman I admire. I will tell you why I admire her later as the show goes on. I will tell you one of the things I admire most about her. She's a beautiful woman. She is a women economic empowerment specialist. She is a delectable, beautiful Hansatu Adigbite. Let's see her profile.
Welcome you very
Welcome
warmly
to Weekend Deal,
We Can Do today. Hansatu Adigbite. Wow. We're asking her behind the scenes, ma'am, what do we call you? Madam,
simple.
Hansatu is my name. And we love your hair.
Thank you very
You
much.
told them now. Why do you say, yeah, that's a Joro now? Go tell them why I love her so much.
I don't know what you say. You loved now.
Hey, what I say her hair. I love her hair.
But there's so many things that the world will get to love about you as we have our interesting conversation today. Because alongside with Commander Gajera Kukwensdan, we want to highlight and celebrate the amazing inroads that our golden people, are making. A group of people that hitherto, when they were done with active service, some would just go to the village and rest. But these days they say, you millennials and Gen Zs want to keep going. Well, we are not resting any. Tell us, what is happening with these people? Is it the vegetables they are eating, or is it all the sleep, all the rest they had in their active years? How come people are still able to come back with such energy after, in most cases, after 60, 55, even older?
I think maybe I will speak from the gender perspective of what I have seen with women. Most of the women that have pivoted after retirement. I noticed that a lot of them, and a number of them are even my mentors, have not retired but refired. And what they have done is very simple. A lot of them have become not just mentors, but they've transited into things like serving on boards and using their experience over the years to begin to guide organizations to be more profitable, to be more gender inclusive, and also to be more deliberate in the services and goods they provide. I mean, a perfect example for me would be somebody like Mrs. Osaretin Demuren. She was the first female director in the Central Bank of Nigeria. And one of the things she did in the Central Bank is that she paved the way for other female leaders to come in after her. So we've had so many female directors in the Central Bank of Nigeria, including deputy governors now. But what she has done is that obviously when she left CBN, apart from the fact that she has raised so many leaders, she now became the first female chairman of Guarantee Trust Bank, if I'm not mistaken. And after that, she has pivoted to do quite a number of things serving on board. So for me, what I've noticed is that a lot of them are using their knowledge and their experience, first, some to build organizations, but others to serve on boards and guide organizations and individuals forward. And a lot of female leaders attest to their leadership in what they're doing today.
Amazing, amazing. So when they tell you that 60, I think they say that 60 is the new 40s now. So when you're 60, you're just ready to start.
That is it.
Hey, let's go there. Okay, sir, I was going to ask a question. For you, you've been retired for some time now. When you were in active service, were there plans? Did you think that, okay, I'm retiring, is the end for me? Or did you have plans to refire, like you said?
Well, thank you very much for that question. Thank you, NTA. Thank you, viewers. I left the service about 10 years ago. To be exactly 10 years in October this year. Wow. Actually, There wasn't any plan put on ground on retirement at the beginning.
Yes.
But towards the end, and by virtue of what I was doing in terms of where I was serving federal safety, I found out that after this place, where next? And then I begin to give a thought to what should be my life after this place. And that is what, as my sister said, refire me, rejuvenated me.
That's a new word I've learned, to refire.
I rejuvenated me back to life. And today I see myself even more active than when I was in service, except that, of course, this is now limited. I have my own time. I don't do it under that regimented pressure area again. So I enjoy it. So talking about planned before retirement, I think it's necessary. Very, very essential. And if you have such a plan, you will not have too much wasted before you begin to think of what to do. And that was what helped me about 2-3 years before I retired. I wish I had started planning before then. But then, God's time is the best. And I really appreciate God for what He has done, His grace that has been so overwhelming and keeping me moving.
Indeed.
And like I said, almost more active than before, except limited to areas that I can now order myself rather than somebody ordering me.
Indeed. But the reason why you're being called back to come to rewire and refire and refuel and energize the younger people is because you must have made some indelible prints. The indelible prints are essential. There are many people that even retire at 55. People forget, they lose their number. And some retire at 65. And right from the date, in fact, we are crying when they are going and all that. But let me talk with you, Hansatu. You know that they say the fear of, we used to hear then, the fear of retirement is the beginning of wisdom. Many of our parents had to compel themselves to refire and rewire because they had children in school, in tertiary institutions. So for those who didn't way back, they just went to rest. But we've been advised by people who are older or even our peers now, don't rely on your children. So we should get ready. So how come some people feel the need to clutch to the service that they are providing? We have people activating new age groups, new associations, new ideas to stay longer in the service. When we have others like Commander Gajira telling us that out there is bliss or almost bliss if you know what you have been doing over time.
You know, one of the things I will say that I've seen that has worked very well. They say if you go alone, there's a limit to where you can find yourself. But if you go with a team, you energize yourselves. And I think I'll give an example with women in business, WIMBIS, women in management, business and public service. A group of 13 individuals came together, and as they were progressing in their journey, they just thought to themselves to say, look, let us think of how we can begin to help the next generation. This was about 25 years ago. That time, gender was not big on people's agenda. And they were looking specifically as women, because what they were looking at is that as they were climbing up the ladder, the women up there were fewer. And so they set up this vehicle, the associations that you're talking about, and said, okay, let us set up this thing, let us mentor the next generation, let us inspire them, let us advocate for them, and so on and so forth. Now, over the years, they have thought of the different angles, helping women in public service, helping women in business entrepreneurs, and also helping women, more women to serve on boards, so in the corporate space. And what I've seen over the years is that they have been so energized with this. They built that organization themselves for about 15 years, set up a succession plan. They all stepped down. But within that 15 years, the leaders they have raised is unbelievable in terms of from mentoring, from advocating, and so on and so forth. And I look at somebody like Mrs. Yewande Zacchaeus, for example. Mrs. Yewande Zacchaeus was a company secretary in a bank. She served in that capacity. After some time, of course, she had a passion for events management. She stepped out of the bank. She set up an event management company, Eventful, that has become very big in Nigeria. And then so she has done a lot of events. But one of the things she did excellently well was that she raised so many not just her team members, but also external entrepreneurs. So for example, if you are into drinks, she brings you on board and so on and so forth. She gave so much opportunity to even other entrepreneurs. Then she built the capacity of the people that served under her. And then she retired again from her company, stepped down, became the chairman of her company, set up the structure, handed over the baton, and I tell you the truth, it is almost as if she had not left. So for me, she's just a perfect example of the kind of people that have retired. They are not just refiring, but they have rebranded themselves and have raised so many other leaders. And even after that, she did a film, she has written books, and so much knowledge that she's passing on to the next generation. So for me, I would say that these are the things I am observing, and you can be sure that even I have been inspired to follow that path.
Oh my goodness, the level, the inspiration in this runner is palpable. I can practically touch and feel the inspiration.
So it seems that upskilling,
yes,
learning new things,
yes,
exactly.
all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me let's go back a bit. Let me draw back a bit. This thing about aging and women.
Yes.
Why are some women are they're anxious? We're anxious. Once it's 40. Is getting to 50, 60, a lot of women, and that's why you see, hilariously on internet, you see a woman who is looking 50, holding 25, and she's snapping 25, and I'm like, 25, I'll be 52. Why is this thing on women and age? We don't like, what is it? What's your thoughts about this?
I think it's the culture.
Okay.
A lot of them, when they were growing up, there was this culture of people don't wanting to either age or... And you know, now the world is even more competitive, especially with social media and the rest. So I think that culture is also influencing people not wanting to get old. They keep on, they want to be trending, they want to be dancing like the youth on social media and so on and so forth. They're looking for followers and all the rest. So this has influenced quite a lot of things. And then people also have a fear of dying. They associate aging with dying. But we all know that these days it's not your age that kills you. Yeah. Even people are dying on even cancer that we used to think was for the aged. The cancer is touching everybody, children, babies, and the rest. So some people tend to feel that the more they project their age, it means that they're going closer to the grave. But I will always encourage women that just live your life, have fun, be yourself. There's even wisdom in aging. You know, that respect that we see you people as elders. So don't shy away from it and
don't remain 25 forever. Like our celebrity ladies. This year they are 25. Next year they are 20. They'll go to 24. Then they'll go back to 26 and go back to 25.
Okay, this is a good time to go to Patience's country home. You know, I do know that wonderful breakfast is being prepared there and will be served after our package today. Let's touch down in Benue State, Makurdi precisely, and the focus in ensuring that your mind and your body stay young even when your age continues to go up. Age is not a determinant of who you are or what you are capable of doing in many a case, but NTA Makurdi did the work. Please share.
Let's take a peep in the life of a retired soldier who is also a retired police officer, Sergeant Julius Makondo in Makurdi, who have defied old age to remain mentally and physically fit. Here is why.
Grandpa, see your water.
Kai.
Yangeti magakenwe.
Now, see a young man to go to farm, he will not like it. Do this thing, he will not like it. Say this and that. Now to chop, play, begin to smoke, all this nonsense. It's more time they will say I'm not well. Because I'm not well. Hardly you see me go to hospital. Somebody saw me yesterday, somebody who knew me around 70. Say since he know me, has not been seen me in the hospital. I say yes. I say what keeps me very healthy? I say it's this farming, not more than that. They are my old friends in the army. Play now.
Cover for.
take you by surprise.
We were jubilating. I remember when I was a soldier. I remember when I was a soldier. I remember when I was a soldier. Can you tell me a kind of young soldier? The order of your word of command, I will follow you. Red! Chan! Quick, march! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Up the hood!
Wait, you have pepper? Sorry. Oh yeah, take water. I used to call him my love, my heart. Because without him, I cannot be.
My wife makes me very happy. You know, after when I got her, since I got her married, she has never done something that I have to say, Kai, this is what you have told me that I will never forget.
At night, it's time for folk tales and riddles. He even dresses the part, with a wrapper dapped across his shoulder.
Kikia! Yeah!
Kwa hii wa mnahango.
Nahango.
Bayo wasim kele neni tomne.
Haikam.
Wasim kele neni tomne.
Haikam.
Sakwe, yemuswe. Sakwe.
Wisdom of the old, passing information, passing our tradition, storytelling. It's a very beautiful way of passing tradition to the young. And that's what we saw from NTA Makurdi. I'm sure you're hearing something background. Somebody is here strumming.
The golden Mr.
The
Sammy.
golden Mr. Sammy.
We are here to celebrate the golden day. We are here to give what we have.
What do you think?
We are here to celebrate the golden day. We shall all rejoice the golden day. Together we shall win the battle of our freedom to golden land. Yeah. Together we come to rejoice, celebrate our golden day. Oh yes, celebrate our golden day. Celebrate and give what you have. We impart knowledge, everything we got in golden day to our coming future children.
Hey.
Golden day, oh yes, golden time. Golden day, we are here today. There's hope for Nigeria in the golden day. Yes, there's hope for Nigeria.
Mr. Sammy.
You know
Thank
that
you.
whenever we can deal our music, it's now a fantastic synergy. And we welcome our family member as always.
Family member, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sure at what point, when you were growing older, were you worried that I will grow older, what will I do? Or did you just know that, yes, I'm going to go to this age and I'm going to carry on. I'm going to refire. The word that is operative here now is refire. I am going to be 60. I'm going to be 50. But man, this guitar, I'm going to refire and continue to entertain.
Yes, I believe that my dream is, even though the more you are growing, the more you are getting on again. And the more you are getting to some certain age, you will find that what you cannot do before, you now started doing it now. And your own intention is to impart the knowledge of where you are coming. Where we are coming is not the point, but where we are going in life. And your children, our children are watching. Where are we going? What will be the end of our journey? That is, it's not the starting, but how do we end it? So when we started, everything are going well. Well, we are now getting to, can I do it at this age? But we can do it. It is another chance for you, another grace for you to make a return to what you have not been doing before, to now start doing it at this golden time.
So, it's for some, it may be quite a challenge, because the idea is, how do I stay relevant? Because the key thing is not just that you are rewiring or refiring, that people are taking notice enough, like Patience is asking you now. You walked in, you made a dramatic entrance. From your shoes, your clothes, your charisma. In fact, you came in with a presence. I often say, or I've learned over time, that experience has a role. So don't dim your light by reducing your age. Experience has a role to play in who you are becoming. So let's give it up for Mr. Sammy, the golden boy with the golden age.
And repackaging again.
Repackaging from inspiring.
Repackaging to refire.
Amazing. You know, and that reason why it's amazing to be approaching 50 or to celebrate 50. The richest man in the world is 53 years, Elon Musk. And we know that even though he's always been wealthy, when he was 20-something, began making millions and millions, he didn't attain richest man status till he was in his late 40s. So why then don't we celebrate who we are? I'm told Elon Musk makes over $100 million per day.
Wow.
Because of the different things he has put in place. So while we chew on that, let me talk with our commander here, Commander Gajira. Is it possible, like now you're coming back strong after active service, is it possible to build a persona or an entrepreneurial activity that will even be above what you had when you were in active service? Is that what you are pushing towards, based on the experience you already have and what we see out there from our golden people?
Very, very possible. You see, when I wake up every morning, I say, God, grant me the serenity to change what I can't, the courage, the serenity to accept what I can't change, the courage to change what I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. You see, life is all about what you envisioned. And if you see something far and you try to bring it close, you can get to it. You know, I was telling you something, what propelled me to doing what I'm doing now. When I was servant, there was this very early morning. In fact, in my place of work before, by 6 a.m., you are supposed to already be on the road. Because the first transporter by 6 should already be on the road. So when I came out as an operational officer then with my team, there was one senior officer that came and stayed in that place. That was Gombe. And he was going back. I left very early. So he met me. Say, Gajira, says, you're already out. I said, I'm out. He encouraged me. So you can go further. Since then, I have seen, waking up early to do what you have envisioned to do, and you get there. You see, the truth of it is that your mentality tells a lot about what you do. Just as our sister was saying here, if you begin to think as if, as you age, death is in front of you, then you are bringing death closer to you, even when it is very far away from you. Because age should be a thing of celebration, thing of joy, and a thing of giving glory and honor to God. So, whatever you want to do in life, start now. And the now is now. It's not about tomorrow. For the past 10 years that I've said, the school I've established, I have churned out In fact, the last person who registered took number 6,356 drivers that were poured out onto the road. And I have a target of every year I should turn out at least 2,000. And I'm getting there because every year it is improving. People say the economy is bad. It's not bad around me to the extent that the little I have, I maximize using it. Okay. So if you want to build, an entrepreneurship around you, it is the foundation and how you started. I've seen people, I have a lot of my other officers who have retired are doing very fine. Some of our core marshals up to today, we relate, and they encourage me a lot. So it is important. And then, of course, you must realize that you don't forget the place of God in what you are doing. Because if you don't put God first, it's like it is your own effort that is making it. And it can never be your effort. Okay. It can never be your effort. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Commander.
I just want to quickly remind us that our program is interactive. You know how you do it now? You enrich our show all the time. So let's hear your views. What are your thoughts? The golden years, especially if you're in your golden years. What are you doing to refire, to stay young and conquer? Okay. For us women.
Yes.
I'll come back to us women. For us women, we want to keep you young, not just stay young, look young. Are there things we should do? Because you remember that we are the ones that carried the children. Yeah. We are the ones that brought them up. And the stress levels that we went through in our younger years, are there things we can do just from your own personal experience to keep you young, exercises, water? What can we do to keep you young so that we can conquer the corporate space?
I think first of all, health checks are very important. So people should schedule annual health checks so that you don't allow anything to fall within the cracks. But I think the other thing that is very important is that fitness should be fit for purpose. Don't start running and jogging if it is going to be to your detriment. You must identify within your age frame what type of exercise or what type of healthy lifestyle is most appropriate for you. So that you don't burn out. The other thing, obviously, I know that nutrition plays a huge role, and so it is important to be guided on nutrition, especially from those that are specialists in that regard. And I think the most important one for me that I would want to sort of project is that the relationships you keep that will energize you, that will help you to laugh. Because again, loneliness has a way of destroying a lot of people's lives, and in old age obviously they're not as active, so they get quite lonely. So you need to have relationships that energize you. You know, when you look abroad in most developed nations, you will see a lot of old people planning trips. They go in groups, they laugh, they go for cruises and things like that. But most of our obviously our own elders, some retire to the village and things like that. I know that obviously financial planning and capabilities also play a role, and I think that's one of the things I wish and I hope that we get right in most of these developed countries, making sure that our elderly are well taken care of. If you go outside the country, there are policies and laws that are created to assist the elderly. For example, some of them don't pay transportation fee. It's free for them. There are certain things, services they get for free or discounted. There are just things they enjoy, and there are care homes and things like that to take care of them. If we can focus on how we can make life easier for our elderly, how we can invest in them and give them, I mean, they've served, give them an easier transition into old age. I think that will also help.
Amazing.
Let them age with dignity.
Exactly.
Yes. Amazing. We know that the plans are there. In fact, there are actionable steps that have been taken. You know where MMO Cairo, where our dear Omini Ode works. Citizenship, we'll get the name after the break. But somewhere around you, there's somebody who has attained that golden age, who is doing something phenomenal?
Let us know.
Would you be willing to share? I think you should. That's why our iPad is there on the ready. Your messages, WhatsApp, we don't take calls. Let us hear from you. What is happening around you? Nigerians are an amazing group of people, but we don't know where they all are.
Yeah.
Perhaps you do. Do share. Our second break beckons. We'll take it. We'll see you at the other side. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Make me to stand right. With no music, I will be down. With my music, my golden day will be bright. Friend, don't look down, cast yourself down. Because of the golden day, I will be strong. I will look your peak. I will be the father of the young boy. In my golden day, no age for music, no downcasting dancing. You can dance all your sorrow in your golden day. This is my golden day. This is your golden day. If you are 60, 70, you can still UP on the stage. There's the stage for you to roll your down your sorrow and pick up your joy. When you get to your golden day, you will laugh and smile. It is your golden day. Rejoice, my friend. Oh yes, it is your golden day. Rejoice, my friend. It will be my golden day. I will rejoice.
Yeah. Amazing! Honestly, you're making the olden age look yummy, and we are looking forward to it all of a sudden. I'm looking forward to the golden age. God by our side. Okay, your messages are coming in. We appreciate it when each time you join our conversation. This one's from the good morning to you. Or honestly, I am always impressed, and I tune in to this program. Whenever I tune into this program, Weekend Deal, I must have to give kudos to the presenters. Oh, thank you. Keep up the good work, and the sky will always be above your limits. From Bamei Daniel, Nasarawa Egon, Nasarawa State. Thank you very much. Another person says, at age 42, I am planning to empower the younger generation in Africa and beyond. I don't plan to retire. Kudos to you. Tell us your name now so we can call your name and hail you. I like what you're saying. Okay, this one says, okay, let's continue the conversation. The thing is going crazy.
Earlier on, I called the Director General of the Nigerian Citizen Center, Okaro. She is Omokaro.
Okay.
And as much as I'd like to hear a bit from Hansatu, earlier on, Commander Gajira Kukwensdan was telling me about the impact she's making with the elderly in Nigeria. Can you share briefly about how it has impacted you personally?
Yes, Madam, in that NSCC, I can say a woman with passion to see the aged recognize and do what they can do best, even at the 11 hours. She has been so personal in the work she's doing to the extent that, in fact, she reached out to me, KDJ, how are you faring? Have you taken your drivers out this morning for training? I say, yes, my instructor is on the way. When I get to that center for the first time, I can see faces of people radiating with, the urge to help. Mr. Omeme, Mr. Owand, the DG, right from the gate. I think they're doing wonderful. Because psychologically and physically, if you are doing something nobody recognizes, you feel as if you are doing nothing.
Yes.
No matter how good it is, you need that. So the very time I had in contact with them, I felt, so these people know that I'm here. I don't even know how they located me. So I was so highly elated in my spirit. And I believe God will help them because what they're doing is great. And I don't know whether it's a private organization or it's a government. If it's government should reach out to them because at this age, just as our sister is saying, you need to have a comfortable life. Not necessarily getting everything from government, but that support should be coming. And if they give to this organization and the organization is trying to reach out to the aged, I think it will trickle down. So kudos to you, madam, and your staff. You are doing great. You are doing wonderful. The Lord will continue to keep you to do even more.
We do know that one of ours, while Omini Oden works there, one of our brothers, he used to be at the NTA, the Dan Jikin Kebi himself, Peter Igo, is an ambassador for the creative industry. He's working hand in hand with Dr. Mokaro. So, Baba, I know that you will never forget the entertainment, the creatives, the broadcast, and all the journalists. So we say well done to everyone.
Okay, let me quickly take this message. It says, good morning to the ever beautiful Hansat. So it's not just me that is saying this thing, but before he said, this is a Nigerian from somewhere, and our daddy. He said, Daddy, well done. He said, I am 54 years old and I love dancing, but my last born is always funny when I'm dancing on my piano. Help me. What should I do? I may respond to her.
Please keep dancing. Keep dancing. Number one is even exercise, and number two is to make her happy. So please do keep dancing, and thank you for the compliment.
Okay. All right, so
personally, maybe she want to share some tips about how you keep glowing.
Yeah.
You have a very vibrant personality. We have talked about happiness being an intentional thing.
Yes.
I know that you don't always have sunny dreams, and the day is not always good. Tell us, how do you stay so sunny and vibrant and healthy?
Let me be very honest with you. I think for me, I try to be myself, my authentic self. So when you're authentic, you don't get into that mold of putting too much pressure on yourself. As you see me, you will see me competing to do designer this. I cut my coat according to my size. So I think that is one. The second thing I would say is that I keep healthy relationships. So if you look at all my alumni, from secondary school, I went to Air Force Girls Military School, to university, even primary school, my University of Abuja, Business School, Netherlands. All my alumni, I'm very active in them. And so it helps you to maintain relationships. I have very good friends, a lot of good friends. So when you have healthy relationships, it also adds to that. I wouldn't say I overeat healthy, but I eat the things I like. But these days I do it in moderation. Yes. People will think for skincare I do anything.
I was going to go there. Your skin, your hair.
You will not believe it. I use Vaseline. Hey, nothing else. Since the day I was born till today, my mom trained us that way. I use Vaseline, nothing else, and that's what works for my skin. I'm telling you the truth. And of course, for my hair, I texturize and I just keep it shiny with maybe things like Sporting Wave and this.
I can see patients planning to go and buy jelly. You can't buy petroleum jelly now.
Honestly, that's what I
know there's jelly and there's jelly.
Why are you reading my mind?
But that's what has worked for me. I don't know about others.
You look amazing. I think something about Team Natural.
Yeah.
When your team, they say, black don't crack. When you're natural, you just keep going. Okay, Magdalene Aikomo, one of our amazing member of staff. She is passionate, she's creative. And for this special report, she went to 3 different places and got seasoned golden people to speak to us. I can't wait to see it, and I'm sure you want to see it too. Magdalene, take it away.
Why, Mr. You still look so young. Good morning, sir.
When you saw me, you asked me, I'm still looking young. I want to say it is by the grace of God. And it is by the fact that I play golf, I exercise, I do sports, I like to dance, and above all, keep good human relationship and let people have good impression about me. And I want to go back to when I was in service as a young person. My interest was one to build my capacity, and anything that can give me problem, I avoided it. And I was not after money, because I do believe that if you chase money seriously, you can run into trouble. Because a situation where you see people are desperate to make money now, the question is, if you don't grow progressively in your old age, do you ever ask yourself what is going to happen to you? Now, if you have patience, if you are humble, if you are hardworking, if you are obedient to the system, If you are obedient to your country, you will discover that in your old age, you will be happy.
Hey, at last you are meeting. How are you? Me too, me too. Hey.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
So the advice I will give to the ones coming up, you must work hard. Don't think that you can get anything because of your skirt. Don't denigrate your gender. Work very hard. Go to school. When I retired in 2016, the family opened a very vibrant school. Because I did not read education. I'm a diplomat, brilliant one. I didn't have much knowledge. Can you believe it? I graduated from Nigerian Teachers Institute last month. I went to school at this age. Say, this woman, they give up. And I never missed class for one day. For one day. My teaching practice, TP, I did in my school. And then I did my project. So this is me. Don't give up. When you say you retire, you retire. You see, the brain will pick that advice. You've retired. I can't retire. And I will continue to work until the Lord calls me home. In the ministry, I'm a pastor. So you have to prepare your message. You have to run the family, take care of husband, take care of school. I juggle everything. Let me come to the most crucial part. Every woman, please, whether single, mother to be, you must be a woman of prayer. Pray over your family, hand them over to God.
My advice to those who are in service now is to make sure that let them now plan early for their retirement. They should not do what we did. We didn't plan. We were carried away. Somebody like me, I was carried away by work. I was going to office. 7 o'clock, I will be in the office, and I will not close until 9:30, 10 every day throughout my service, especially when I became the director. So that told a lot on me and even on my personal health. But I was doing that because I had the passion to give him my best. For you to live very well, you have to make sure that you have to be very, very active. I have been very, very active even after my retirement. Although I am retired, I am never tired. I am still very, very agile, very, very strong. There is nothing like that I cannot do now, as you see me sitting down. What I was doing when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 25 years, 30 years, those things I can still do them very, very well, whether in terms of physical activities or not. So I am still very, very active and very, very capable of handling whatever responsibility. I do a lot of farm work. In fact, if you go to my village where I have my large farm, I have over 25,000 yam heaps. I have a plantain farm. I have a plantation farm. Even in my house, just in my house. I have orchards. I have mangoes. I have so many other crops that I have in my village farm. Then I love a lot of pests. As soon as I get to my house, for instance, my cat, once my cat smells when I will be coming in, it runs to the gate to welcome me. I feel very happy when I see it like that. Because I see it right, it welcomes, it follows me.
So nice. Magdalene, that was totally amazing. Even as Magdalene worked, we saw the power of strategic planning. Magdalene planned ahead. You see that she had to prepare early, and that she was able to get her package ready for us to savor and enjoy. Dr. Jata, we celebrate you. We see phenomenal everyday people who made an intentional decision. I'm going to retire someday. When I do, I will continue to pray. I will continue to dance. I will continue to eat well. We heard the former ambassador say, I will work until God calls me. Well, let's give it up for Magdalene. That was so enriching.
Well done, Magdalene.
And that's the amazing place of experience.
True.
we learn from our elders now, you know, easy peasy things that we too can start to imbibe and inculcate at this age. Let me go to our ever young goldie, Mr. Sammy. We saw many of our friends dancing over there. So we see the power of music. But you are teaching younger people today. We know the commitment you must have put into this, your talent and skill, to still be relevant. The 2 songs you performed today in Weekend Deal were freestyle on the go. You made them up right here. What are young people saying to you today when you're telling them practice, rehearse, listen, hold your guitar 2-3 hours a day? What are they saying when you spend time with them?
I have just to spend time. And again, you have to be a lover of the children. One thing is, you cannot capture a monkey without behave like monkey. You know, children.
So you fly the trees with them?
Yeah, if they fly on, go with them. Then don't look at if I'm superb. Bring yourself down to their level so that you'll be able to catch them. That is one thing. Allow them to ask you questions. So that from there, you know, if you are imparting, it's not only just to play, I can play, I can do it. What have you done? Which of them? What have they gained from you? That is, whatever they learn from you, it is you, not them again. That is children for you. You must be able to be a carrier of everybody. You will not say, this is my own son, though I don't care about. You must be all round, father to all. This is what. And when they come, like if they come to my studio, all instruments are there. Then children, oh, I love this, I like this, I like. Go, let them do test run for them. From there, you will be able to know that this one will be good at this one. That is how you know the white men, if they want to get the best children, is through the toy. They will find out which toy do you like in playing with. Then they will not base you that, okay, this is. So there's a way we impart knowledge. That is why I say music carry no old age in music. The more you are getting on, the more you feel yourself and feel relaxed. Be happy. That is why this one of the songs I just make that time. Dance to my music and feel relaxed. Dance, dance, feel the joy. Dance to the music and feel the joy. Everybody say, dance, dance, feel the joy. Forget your trouble, you are getting through. Forget what happened your olden day. I say, dance to the music and feel relaxed. I say, dance, dance, feel relaxed. Dance to the music and feel the joy. Dance, dance, and feel relaxed. No sickness, no more trouble for you. No downcast, no more waste pain. Whatever you are doing, just feel relaxed. Be smile and smile and feel the joy. I say dance to that music and feel the joy. Dance, dance and feel the joy. Listen. So these are the things we need to do as we are getting to our golden age. Don't look at yourself. I cannot make it. I cannot do it. You can do it. It's when you allow yourself to break down. That breakdown will break down you. You say.
Don't allow yourself to break down. When they break down, we break down you.
So, that.
Even as you refire instead. Yeah.
Mr. Sammy, how old are you? Will you want to tell us?
Yes, I'm 55 years.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay. So messages are coming. Somebody says, Thelma Obazi and Patience Abba. They wrote our names in full. He said, Thelma Obazi and Patience Abba. Good morning. You both look so beautiful. My regards to the studio guests. They are so beautiful too. Thelma, I love your hair. Okay.
My natural hair, you didn't say? Natural. Oh, I use hair treatment.
Let's not go there. Adana will come for you. Okay, so he said, talking about the golden era, we wish more to be more active when I'm retired. Okay, so Okay, this MC Malam saying his governor is doing so well in their state, in the golden age. I say he's thrilled with the topic today. We should carry on. Thank you, MC Malam, for always being there. Let's take it away.
Yes, we're going to join NTA Knowledge.
Okay, NTA Knowledge.
Talking about the ageless achievers, like the phenomenal people who are with us here in the studio. NTA Knowledge, who are this group of people that you found, and what exactly are they doing to stay ageless?
For this time, for teaching the children.
Age is not merely a biological function of the number of years one lives, but a product of the social norms and expectations that apply to each stage of life. It represents the wealth of life experience, great values, and wisdom that shape who we become.
In 1981, I got trained by CEM, Children Evangelism Ministry, in February 1981. And one of the requirements for certification is that you should start a Bible club in your house. And so by the grace of God, I have been running Children Bible Club since that time till today.
Old age is neither a disease nor a barrier. It is strength and survivorship, triumph over all kinds of vicissitudes and disappointments. Old age may have its limitations and challenges, but in spite of them, our latter years can be some of the most rewarding and fulfillment of our life.
Ministering to children is my life because I'm alive today because God used children to save my life.
It is interesting to know that at old age, some people are still fit and doing extraordinary things. Old age may have its limitations and challenges, but in spite of them, our latter years can be some of the most rewarding and fulfillment of our
Evangelism Ministry. Wow, that's amazing. And she's been doing it consistently for so many years. Okay, tell me, are there activities we can do that can actually renew our youth when we put our minds and our hearts to it? Are there things we can actually do? You know, like I just saw that woman for how many years, and she's going strong.
Yes.
She's going strong.
I think, first of all, focus on your passion.
Yeah.
Things you, that were hobbies for you, but you really have a passion for them. Very important. Look at your career trajectory, or even if you were in business, in career, whatever it is that you did. There are certain things that you developed. I mean, look at Commander here. He was in Federal Road Safety, and what he went into was something that is aligned with what he has been doing. Absolutely. So look at those things, because one of the things I've come to realize is that experience has so much knowledge that can be passed on. I think one of the greatest tragedies we have is when a lot of people pass on and they've left nothing back for anybody to glean from. They didn't train anybody, they didn't mentor anybody, they didn't leave any books, any music, nothing for us to remember them by. And so a lot of them went with the knowledge and the experience that they had. There are certain people I look at in life that I would like to almost wake them up from the grave and ask them questions. So if you don't leave something for us to be able to glean from, I think that's a great tragedy. I do believe that the internet and social media makes it easier now to document something. I know a lot of older people may not be conversant with some of these technological tools, but they can surround themselves with young people that can help them to document some of these things. You know, they say one of the richest places in the world is the graveyard, because there are so many unwritten books, unwritten songs, and so on and so forth. So for me, I would say that, I would say another thing is that identify associations and organizations that will energize you. And if none exists in the thing that you want, create it. You will always find people that will follow you. So create that. I would really recommend that, especially for those that were professionals, they should start all manner of mentoring programs and also avail themselves to speak at various conferences where they can, and even if you don't want to speak outside, even in the comfort of your room, you can get somebody to record you, even with the phone. You don't need to get expensive cameras, and record you and just be speaking one or two things, passing up across knowledge. For me, that is very critical.
It's okay. Wow. You know, as you were saying that, I just realized that that's so engaged and it's so true. But you know, we also have another side of the divide where people have a side hustle that it has become more engaging, more fruitful, more economically vibrant than the main thing. And when we're watching one of our mini documentaries, we saw the likes of Wole Soyinka. There's a reason why his name reverberates in almost every home in the world, especially on the continent, because he's the only Nobel laureate from Nigeria so far. And it's not because Nigeria lacks literary icons. It's because of what you said, that the knowledge, some of them are in the graveyard, some of them are in the rooms, they're on the shelves, they're in the home libraries. People are willing to bring them out. We also have some teachers who feel threatened when they see students who, if they build them up, may aspire above them. So they now clutch knowledge. Please, Commander, speak to what I have just espoused on, please. Talking about knowledge not being brought out, what Madam said, talking about teachers and knowledge being in libraries and shelves, and Nigeria having only one Nobel laureate in spite of the giant ability and capacity that our citizens possess.
Thank you very much. I think it should be a thing of great joy when you mentor somebody and he's taken over from you even at a higher level. It should be a thing of joy. It should be what you add to your joy at age, when you are aged. In Nigeria, just as you said, a lot of people don't want to come out and release what they have to others, which is very wrong. Because why would you benefit when you go with what you know and leave it not behind? Some even to the extent that they don't even want their children to go beyond them, which is I think it's a selfish attitude. And I bring out to retired people, because at retirement, a lot of people think that everything is done, you are finished, nothing more. No, a lot of times, as long as you are still breathing, that talent God has deposited in you, it has not expired as long as you are still breathing. So you could be a teacher, an NCT person, an agriculturist, a nurse. Why not in that sumo place organize a voluntary work, bring people and teach them. If nothing, somebody will say thank you, and that thank you cannot quantify it to value to any money, to money. It means a lot. So I think I would like to advise very seriously that whatever knowledge you have, whatever talent God has given you, it is not only for you alone. It is for society. It is for humanity. And when you are putting your sickle, this sickle of about going to reach out to people, even in religious pattern, it means God wants you to tell somebody something about what you know. It is not only for you alone. For God to deposit certain wisdom in you, certain talent in you, it is meant to be given. And wherever you are is your own market. And that market, anybody who comes around you, share. You don't know the extent to which that sharing you have done for that person will go to even build the person up, especially the younger ones. Most of my students, when they come, I end up by saying, see, this thing we have teach you, especially driving. So many people are driving, they are only pulling vehicle, they are not really driving. I tell them what you have learned here, go and teach it to your parents, your wife, your husband, your children, even your enemy, teach them. It will be a thing of joy for your enemy to hear that you are telling him telling her something that will help her. And they'll be amazed. Even my enemy, I say, yes. After all, who is an enemy? You can't be, there is no enemy, it's just conception of our mind. Nobody is an enemy to anybody. Okay. It's what you conceive in your mind that becomes an enemy to you.
You're so right.
Now, Commander Down is going philosophical. Who's an enemy? An enemy is just a conception of your mind. The way he's going now, Okay, now, there's one thing you must have to enjoy your golden age. Whatever your plans are, whatever your dreams are, and that is health. So it is time for us to take health tips.
Health tips on Health Monitor. We'll be looking into the nutritive values of red, yellow, and green peppers. But first of all, we'll start with a fact. Did you know that red, yellow, and green bell peppers are essentially just green peppers that have been allowed to ripen? and they require more time to grow, resulting in their sweeter, fruitier flavor and higher price. The color of bell peppers changes from green to yellow, orange, and red the longer it is allowed to mature in the plant. And green peppers feature a more bitter flavor than the orange. Did you also know that bell peppers are fruits that belong to the nightshade family? Here are some of the health tips of red, yellow, and green bell peppers. Tip 1. Bell peppers are mainly made up of water and carbs. Most of the carbs are sugars such as glucose and fructose. Bell peppers are also a decent source of fiber. Tip 2. Bell peppers are very high in vitamin C, with a single one providing up to 169% of the RDI. Other vitamins and minerals in bell peppers include vitamin K1, vitamin E, vitamin A, folate, and potassium. Tip 3. Bell peppers are rich in various antioxidants, especially carotenoids, which are much more abundant in ripe specimens, like the red bell pepper. Tip 4. These bell peppers improve eye health and reduced risk of anemia. These are the facts and different health tips of red, green, and yellow bell peppers. This is health tips on Health Monitor. Health benefits of red, yellow, and green bell peppers.
It's Weekend Deal. It's that phenomenal breakfast show every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that celebrates the best in us. And today it's especially special. It's about those golden people who traversed, survived, surmounted, spent over 30 and some years in different endeavors. And today we can call them golden, and we can boast because they are Nigerians. Well, we've heard from Mr. Sammy, we've heard from our darling sister Hansatu, we've heard from Commander Gajira, but our messages are still coming. Patience tells us of a gentleman who is 73. Wow.
He says it's going to be 72. Actually, I've just seen it. We are 72 in the next 24 hours. It says, I am Osukpe Christopher. It's a long read, so I'm going to cut it. Christopher, a retired police officer with a difference. I am grateful indeed and do appreciate your contributions. I will be 72 in the next 24 hours. Please put your hands together for this man. It's not easy. Woo! 70, happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday, sir. What gives me joy? I'm a very hard-working man from my youth till today. I still work hard. I get along with something I do. I am a good fan of children. I play a lot. I have a lot of fun. I also I'm close to God Almighty. And then he says, finally, if you're married to a good woman, that is a plus. And it says, you'll be looking boyish. Thank you so much for your contribution. So we have so many messages. I don't even know where to start from. Another one says, quitters don't win and winners don't quit. Keep on doing what you can do no matter the age. Serve God, exercise, eat good food. DCC Jerry, he's 73.
73, 72, nice.
He's 73. And oh, good morning, great people. You are doing so well. I love NTA. I love your guest. Thank you.
We'll take one more and get final words from our guests.
Okay. Somebody says, good morning. Always good to see Auntie Thelma, whom I named my daughter after in 2003. Now studying mass communication. Another small Thelma. Another small
Bring her to
another small Pepe.
Another aunties. Bring her to our aunties, Auntie Patience and Auntie Thelma. Bring her, please.
Bring her to us.
Welcome her. Yeah, nice. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Somebody say, why do people hide their age? Can people react to that? Say, why do people hide their age?
Reactivated.
Okay, so start with it. Our delectable
Hansatu.
Well, I think to answer that, I think some people just feel that when you know their real age, you either not respect them or respect them, because some usually look older than their age and things like that. And I think some people just have that fear of exposing their age and then losing out on some benefits depending on the organization they work with. But I think I just wanted to add that, and this is even an appeal for me, first of all, to the government and many private sector organizations to please not joke with the pension of the elderly, because these people have labored all their lives. Some of them don't have investments. Their pension is their investment. And so when we hold it back from them, there are many that have died waiting for pension, and it's not a good way for our elderly to live and die. The second thing I would say as advice to even all of us, communities, individuals, organizations, is let us identify aged people around us and be a blessing to them. You can be a blessing as an individual. You don't need to wait for something. If there's any of them in your communities, even if they're not in your communities, look for them. Find somebody elderly somewhere and just be a blessing to them. Very important. And then I really want to appeal to those that are old to find a way of just documenting or passing on some key nuggets, life lessons that will help the younger generation, because the world that we're in now, there are a lot of things distracting our youth. And so we need some of those voices that have passed through the journey to also help us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Commander. Commander Gajira, please.
Thank you. I think one critical reason I know people want to hide their age or reduce their age is, number one, they don't want to die. Number two, they don't want to leave service.
Yes.
Number three, they want to continue living as if they were actually born yesterday.
Yes.
Which is not correct. My sister here has said something already about pensioners. I won't say anything again about it. Someone somewhere have had it. Pensioners should not just be treated like any other person, because having served this country meritoriously for as many years as you served before you retired, I think we should be on the first line of payment. And I want to appeal to the Nigerian National Senior Citizen Center to continue engagement. This engagement they are doing with senior citizens is going a long way. They might not be seeing the result immediately, but I know the result will come. And I want to say very seriously that wherever they're getting their funding, it should be looked into, because they are doing great. For me, I derive a lot of inspiration from them, because they identify that I'm here and I'm doing something. They appreciate it, and I also appreciate it. Finally, whatever you're doing now, let it be your passion. At whatever age, let it be your passion. Once it is your passion, you are good to go. If you are doing it reluctantly, definitely you will not get to where you want to get to. But if it's your passion will drive you to where you're going. And then take God first. Carry your sickle. Put in your sickle and get somebody to go to heaven with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Sammy, wrap up for us, and you also use the guitar to sign us off.
I am Jarvis from Lagos. Thank you. I love Weekend Deal. Oh, goodness. NTA, you are the best. I love you so much. I am 69.
Wow.
The golden 8 people are writing in.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. God bless you all. I love your program. Please, people should try and reach the rural areas. Villages are educate them. I am 72. What?
Well done, well done.
So many messages.
Okay, Mr. Sammy, what's your
Thelma will continue tomorrow. Thelma will continue tomorrow. The messages are many.
Well done, Patience. You did an amazing job today. It took quite a lot. Well done. Sammy, your final words on our chat briefly, and then sign us out for great music.
And what I can say about this keeping age, I will just topic it open and close agenda. Now, to me, when we say close, especially it goes to the men that are searching for girls, searching for other women. They don't want to disclose their real age so that they can catch up what they are looking for. That is open agenda now. There's nothing close again here. You say what you don't want to know, you have to know it. That is part. But at this age, what are you searching for again?
Ask God.
What are you searching for?
Okay, we hope they've heard you. Please give us some music.
So. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright with my golden day. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright.
Ladies and
gentlemen, with my head. I'm feeling alright. Yeah, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright in my day. I'm feeling alright. Yeah, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright in my day. Whatever I am now, I'm getting on. I will not be discouraged for my age day. I will not look down myself for what I can do. I will tell of all the work I can do. I say, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright in my day. I'm feeling alright. Hey, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright in my day. No H-O-H in the music goes. You can dance, you can shake your body all the day. You can shake your waist, no breakdown, you can roll on the down. When you get to the night, you can roll down. I say, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling